it's Lisa here. Happy Foods. What's happening? I got a new angle here. You like it? I got the camera set up in my cabinet. Kind of lets you see what's going on from up above. I think that's pretty cool. Let's try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. So, as I've been mentioning, I bought these big cans of tomato sauce from Costco. One huge tomato sauce, one huge diced tomato, and I've been all week just making things using the tomatoes up and putting some aside for the freezer because those cans of tomatoes are $3 each, so for $6, I mean, you can't beat that. But they are quite large, but there's so many things that you can use tomatoes with. So tonight I'm going to be making a vegetable soup, and yeah, I'm just going to keep it real simple. Vegetable soup is kind of like stir fry to me. I love making it towards the end of the week. My grocery haul is tomorrow on Fridays. So like I do for stir fries, I could basically, you could use any random vegetable that you have in the house, put a nice sauce on it, serve it over rice, done. Vegetable soup, the same thing. Any kind of vegetables you got laying around in the house, pair with some tomato sauce, and throw a little pasta, some beans, I mean, you're done. It doesn't really matter. There's no right or wrong vegetable for a vegetable soup. It's whatever you want, whatever you like. So, yeah, let's put together a vegetable soup. This is what I'm putting in it. So I got my pan on medium heat. And again, it's going to be just nice and healthy, light, simple. I've got, on the sheet tray here, I've got 2 sweet potatoes. Again, this is just what I have left from my grocery haul. I have 2 sweet potatoes diced up. I've got about 3 small regular potatoes diced up, and I kind of do like a large dice for a vegetable soup, so it's kind of like a bit chunky. I kind of like that, and it holds together well too when you freeze it. I've got 1 onion chopped up, and I've got about 2 carrots chopped up. And here's what we do with this. These things can all go in now. So right into the pan. Very simple one-pot meal. I'm all about simple and healthy and tasting good. It's gotta taste good. So basically to that I'm gonna add in 4 cups. This is half tomato sauce and half diced tomato. Alright. I'm going to add in 8 cups of water. So let's rinse this guy out. And if you had some vegetable stock or something like that, you could use that in place of water. Or you could throw in a bouillon cube or something. But good old water works just as well. It's going to make a nice little stock from all the flavor of the vegetables in there. So, the potatoes are going to soak up some of this water, so don't be alarmed. It's going to be a soup, right? So I've got 4 cups of the tomatoes and 8 cups of water. And basically, right now, I'm just going to let this come up to, I'm going to turn up my heat on high, and I'm going to let this kind of come up to almost like a boil first, because these potatoes need to cook. Then I'm going to lower it down, and I'll add some other stuff I've got that I'm going to add to the mix. I've got some red beans. I'm going to add the whole can with the juice, and I've got a little extra too from one night this week. It was cool. I was talking to my mom. She's like, I keep on forgetting to give you these organic frozen veggies. Can you use them? I was like, I'm making vegetable soup. That's perfect. She got them free at Harris Teeter. She keeps on telling me that they send out this email that once a week or twice a month or something, they give away something free. I'm like, I need to get on this. So they gave away organic mixed vegetable, a pound. It's got carrots, corn, and peas, and green beans, and that's what I would add to my soup anyway. So I'm going to throw this in, but, you know, this is not going to take long, so I'm going to add this more towards the end. I'm going to season it with some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, of course, and I'm going to, my pot here, I'm going to boil up for the kids some little macaroni noodles to add to their soup. I'm not going to add it to the main pot because I'm going to freeze a lot of this, and I just would rather just keep it as a soup, and then I can change it up however I want with, you know, keep it as soup or keep it something different. And then for Jen and I, I've got these noodles I bought a while back. They're gluten-free. They're rice noodles, rice and millet. And so I'm going to put some of that in my soup towards the end. Now, you'll see all that later. But right now, here's what we got. I'm going to bring it up to a boil, and then I'll get back with you. All right, it is up to a boil now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. I'm going to leave it uncovered, and I'm going to let this cook for about 15 minutes just to get the potatoes going, get them nice and soft before I add the other vegetables. So that's where we're at. Boil, reduce to medium. Let it cook like that for about 15 minutes, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, 15 minutes have passed by, and the potatoes are starting to get soft, which is nice, and some of that water has kind of evaporated and kind of concentrated the flavor of this soup. I tasted it. It tastes really nice. I'm going to hold off on the salt to the very end because I didn't check the can of the tomatoes for the sodium content, but obviously it has it in there, so that's something to keep in mind. You can always add, but it's really hard to take out, so just be cautious of that. And now I'm going to add in, and this soup, as you can see, is a really easy dish that comes together pretty quick. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I love Italian seasoning. This one I got from Costco. It's got marjoram, rosemary, thyme, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. It's got a little more than Italian seasoning. Usually I just think of oregano, basil, and thyme. This has got a few other things. It's really nice. I use it almost anytime I have something with tomato. I'm going to put it in the can of red beans. You can use any kind of beans you want. You can put lentils in here as well. I'm going to throw in this little bit that I had opened a can this week. Made some quesadillas for the kids. And I'm going to throw in this bag of frozen veggies. That actually looks pretty good. So let's put in the whole bag. Yum. Let's give this a stir. I'm going to put in some black pepper. I love black pepper. Let's get this mixed up here. Very hearty soup. And like I said, tonight I've got some macaroni noodles I just cooked up for the kids, so I'll put a good amount in the bowl there and top it off with some soup, and that'll just kind of make it more, I guess, like a minestrone. Yeah, so look at that. Look at the colors. Isn't that beautiful? That's what you want with food. You want things to look nice. People eat with their eyes first, so if it looks pretty with the beautiful colors and textures, you know, it's most likely gonna taste really good too. So I've got everything in here. I'm gonna let this come back up to temperature, and then I'm gonna let this basically simmer here for probably about another 10-15 minutes, and then just kind of taste it for seasoning then. So yeah, I've still got it on medium heat. Let's let it just sit tight for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna put the timer on, and I'll come back at you. We'll give it a taste and see where we're at, if it needs anything. Alright, timer just went off. Soup's been cooking for that 15 minutes with everything in it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? How beautiful. This is a massive pot of soup here. This is one of those meals. If you watch the video on budget rice, how to feed your family for $1, I mean, this is one of these $5 at most for this entire pot of soup here, and this is a lot of food here, and this is healthy eating. I mean, this is clean eating right here. And if you add the pasta, or if you add some rice or extra beans or lentils, you can even stretch it out even further. So very frugal, very healthy, a lot of great options here. I tasted it, tasted great. Again, it might be the tomatoes. I wanted to make it just a tad bit sweeter. We like the tomato sauce to be on a little bit of a sweeter side, so I added 2 tablespoons of sugar and I put in about a teaspoon of salt. And it's money, it's ready to go. It's interesting, someone left a comment to try baking soda in the tomatoes to kind of balance out the acidity. I've never tried that. Have you tried that before? I'll have to give that a whirl. I love when people give me suggestions and stuff, and it's definitely worth trying. So anyways, I didn't do that this time, but maybe when I make a smaller batch, I'll test it out because I've never done it before. But anyways, this is good to go. I'm just going to turn this off because we'll be eating real shortly, and this is really, really hot. So it doesn't need to cook anymore. Flavors are good, and I'll show you what it looks like at the table. I just dished up the kids' food. Mackenzie's having her soup. I'm just going to show them Mackenzie with the pasta in hers. And some of the soup, and a little Parmesan, and how was it, Mackenzie?
Yummy.
Is it good? You were a little nervous, huh? You weren't sure. You didn't really want it, and you tried, and you said it's really good, huh? It's good. Cool. Let's see what your sister's.
Right here.
Yep. And here's Jen and I's, and I'll wait for everybody to come. But I put some of those ramen noodles in ours. And yeah, it should be pretty darn tasty there. So I'll wait for the rest of the crew. Slowly getting everybody to the table. Jen's here. How's the soup, babe?
Oh, this is wonderful.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. That's a good sauce. It's delicious.
Good, huh?
Oh yeah.
Very filling. So
Yeah.
you can have it with the pasta or without. Just thought it'd be a little heartier because this is basically a very light soup. So. Fill you up a little bit more. Got some of the pasta in there, and we got Rylan at the table. Rylan's trying her first bite.
What do you think,
Hey,
babe?
Rylan, is it good? Awesome. All right, well, we are gonna enjoy this. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to always eat happy foods. If you like videos like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and see ya.
Happy food.
That's right, always eat happy foods. Ciao, my friend.
Always eat happy food.
Happy foods, happy foods. All right, bye.